International coalition forces have conducted airstrikes on Libya for a third night. The country's government says there have been more civilian deaths. A US fighter jet crashed there overnight, although American officials say it was not shot down. Troops loyal to the Libyan leader, Colonel Gaddafi, are attacking rebel strongholds in the west of the country. RT's Paul Islier saw the results of one of the airstrikes in Tripoli.
I'm in a place that locals here call the People's Port. This was hit, we're being told, by 6 missiles on Monday night. Now, as you can see, the place is completely destroyed. There is still smoke. There is still this acrid smell of burning in the air. Now, the locals that we talked to said that there was no one here, so fortunately no one was actually killed when all of this happened. But as you can see, complete destruction and devastation. This here is a missile transporter, and as you can see, it's been completely destroyed. There's just nothing that remains. In other parts of this workshop, there are Katyusha rockets and other kinds of rockets. They too have been completely destroyed, and the locals that I've been speaking to here said that it is lucky that there was no one actually in the facility when those missiles fell, but they're incredibly angry. They don't actually understand why this was considered a legitimate target, because they say that none of this equipment was being used. In fact, they say that there was a bus here. They say that there was a worker's car, and that those kind of vehicles were simply used to take people home at the end of every day. But certainly this is machinery that must have been used by the Libyan army, and whether or not it's antiquated or whether or not it's still relevant, I cannot answer those questions, but it is understandable, at least to some extent, why the coalition forces struck here. Now, a crowd has gathered inside the storage facility. They're incredibly angry. They're holding up pictures of Muammar Gaddafi. They're screaming condemnation and criticism at the international community. A little bit further on the hill, there's locals that have literally come with their children and their families to see what is happening. The sense you get on the ground is that this is just a ticking bomb. The anger, the frustration that is growing on the streets of Tripoli is discernible. These streets are very, very quiet, and most of the shops are closed. People are very afraid because for 3 consecutive nights the missiles have fell. So the question on everyone's mind here is, what next will the international community constitute and regard as a legitimate target in Tripoli? Paul Islier, RT, Tripoli.